Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Neil and welcome to part 3 of which randomized beamng car config can jump the farthest on the car jump arena. I really need to shorten that name. That is an absolute mouthful. Anyway, you guys absolutely loved part 1, so we're going to keep this series going, man. The rules are very, very simple. We have a nifty little tool over here that lets us randomize over 300 configs or something. I have Fall Gem and Segoya's car packs in here, so there's a lot of different possibilities in this series. We hit the randomize button, we see how far it can fly on the car jump arena, and if it can make it into the pool, that's an extra 50 points right there. And once all the points of every config we do are added up, I'm going to put it into a Google spreadsheet, which you can actually check down below if you want to spoil this episode for yourself. You can see who's the top dog. And then, while you're down there in the description, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I want to address some comments I got. A lot of people think if it can make it to the pool without having to drive into the pool, that should be extra points. Or if it makes it into the pool and bounces out, that should be extra points, but we're going to keep it real simple here. If it makes it into the pool at any cost, that's 50 points. If it bounces out of the pool, that's kind of tough luck. It's kind of a luck-based thing with the pool. I don't want to add too many variables into this. It can get very confusing very fast, so we're going to keep it with if it makes it into the pool in any way, that's an extra 50 points. But anyway, enough yapping. Let's randomize our first config. Give me something good. What is this? T-series short off-road vanilla. It does have a NOS tank, though. We're going to put this in high for the best possible. This is a... I think it might be taller than it is long. I'm not going to say what we would call that, but that's what it is. And I don't imagine this thing's going to be very fast. But it's not the most aerodynamic either, but... maybe we can be surprised here. I feel like the engine's definitely going to explode before we get to the bottom of this ramp, unfortunately. But it's holding together. There it goes. There we go. Past the 100. Farther than I thought it would make. Past the 200. It looks like we're going to start scraping pavement at about 240, 50, 60, 67. 267 meters. And landing directly on our head here. But we have a lot of momentum coming into this sand. We might have a chance of bouncing into the pool here, and I think we're going to. Yes, sir. Beautiful, man. And for the most part, in pretty good condition. We can just, bend this back into place. I'm sure we will be A-okay. What an ugly vehicle. I mean, I don't know. Somebody had to say it. This is atrocious. In a cute kind of way, though. Anyway, next up, give me something fast. Oh, my goodness. Pigeon off-road. What is... what is this, Fall Gem? Come on, man. Another one with a NOS tank, though. So is this going to be a wheelie monster? No, it is not. Oh, no. This is not inspiring confidence for the rest of the video, unfortunately. There goes the engine at about 85 miles an hour. I guess you're probably not going to be time traveling in this thing. 123 miles an hour. Wowee. And we're not even going to make it to 100 meters. Yeah, that was about 80 meters. We are in one piece, though. But our engine is exploded, though. So it's going to have to be all momentum here. But we are in the off-road version. It might be able to make it through the sand. But we are rapidly losing speed here. It is not looking good. Yeah, I mean, it is cutting through the sand, but it's just not enough speed, man. Unfortunately, yikes. Not a great outing for the Pigeon, but for a car named after a bird, not too great at flying. At least not this particular version. It's I like the color, though. All right, roll the dice. Something fast, please. Oh, what is this? T-series ramp. I do not see a ramp. I'll put that in high here. It does drive, though. Maybe the lack of body here will help us fly through the air like a bow and arrow or a bullet. It's pulling through to the left a little bit. Engine has not exploded yet. 173 miles an hour. There goes the engine. Wow, actually a lot farther than I thought it would go. It looks like we're going to make it past the 400 mark to about 407 meters. Not bad for a T-series. That's basically just the frame. Can we get the extra points? No, we're going to tip our toes in and then bounce right out in a fury of hellfire. Apparently, the gas tanks have ruptured, unfortunately. One is still burning in the water. So I know you guys are going to ask in the comments if parts do fall into the pool. That's, you know, just kind of destined to happen. But I think it has to be like the main part of the car that the camera is attached to count, like the engine and stuff, you know. So unfortunately, this waterproof burning gas tank does not get us the 50 extra points. All right, starting off fairly quiet today. Give us something a little bit more rowdy. A Sunburst 1.6 base, 4-wheel drive. Not exactly what I was expecting, but it has a sport mode. So hey, maybe this will be it. It is the new Sunburst though, so at least we get something pretty. Look at all this plastic, man. This is the absolute base model, pretty much. Oh my God. So not a lot of excitement in this thing. 176 miles an hour though. Not too bad. 319 is what that looked just about like. There we go. We're going to tumble all the way. Get back on those tires. Engine still runs. We can make it to the pool if we can get control of this monster. The sand isn't slowing us down too much, so those 50 points are going to help us immensely. It wasn't a terrible launch, but we could always use those 50 points. That is for sure. Probably not going to be today's winner, but hey, not every car can be. Sometimes you got to get those boring ones. But I would like to see something that could go maybe 200 miles an hour. Oh, the mini destroyer. This one has a rocket on it, though, so this could be good. This could be big. It's not the most aerodynamic, though, but let's see how fast we can get this thing going before the end of that ramp. A quarter of our fuel gone before we even get down the slope here. But there we go. 200 miles an hour easily. Pretty good launch. Hold it. There we go. Yes! This is going to be well past the 700 mark. We're gonna call this. Okay, so there's where it hits. There's 700, so we'll call it about 700. We'll call this 725 is what it, just kind of eyeballing it looks like to me. Now it's kind of hard because there isn't any measurements past this, but oh my goodness, it explodes on impact. Can we get the 50 extra points? Not like we're gonna need them. Oh my goodness. Just absolutely destroyed. My goodness. Well, that is the meta. Unfortunately, we all saw it coming, but if you want to win this competition, you're gonna have to hope that you have some sort of JATO rocket. That is for sure. Well, actually, that's not necessarily true, because even if it has a JATO, that doesn't mean once you hit that thing in the air, you're going to go straight. This one did, just because it's a massive truck with a huge wedge on the front of it, so it was, you know, more destined to go straight. But if you're like a little tiny car, you might just end up doing backflips and go backwards. So it's not an automatic win, but man, it's a good sign if you have it for the most part. That one is going to be hard to beat, but I think we can do it. Let's hit that randomizer once again. Oh my God, another another rocket. Wait, does this one have an engine? It does not. This one is all rockets. Oh man. And it's lightweight. This could get interesting. If I can control it. Very hard to control, unfortunately. But here we go. I don't even know how fast I'm going. No speedometer. Look at that launch! Oh, that is gonna beat it. Oh my goodness. That's probably about 750. Oh my God. What are the chances we get two JATO monsters in a row And we literally just one-upped ourselves. I really thought this one might have been light enough that the rockets would just kind of push us into like a backflip scenario once we left the ramp. But no. That one is going to be hard to beat. I don't know. I don't know how we beat that unless we get something with wings on it that I'm not aware of. How can we possibly beat that? So I'm noticing something weird. I bet this one might have broke something. Oh, there we go. Finally. Why are we sideways? A Scintilla street race. Now we're getting into the fast stuff here. But yeah, that last car kept hitting randomized. It was just like 5 of the same thing in a row with different colors. But here we go. And this one is a beauty. My goodness, Scintilla Street Racing Special. Holy crap. Is this a stock car in the game? I don't think it can't be. This has to be either a Segoya or Fall Gym. I don't know. Either way, I'm excited. Here we go. How fast does this monster go? Oh, she sounds good. 200 miles an hour and climbing 234. Oh, we're going to go straight down. I think it's that wing. We're about to go 339 meters. I think that ginormous wing on top kind of stopped us from fully taking flight. But hey, we're going to get 50 extra points. We landed in the pool. There we go. She still drives somehow. Oh, never mind. Very, very beautiful, very fast car. Unfortunately made for the streets and not necessarily the ginormous ramps into oblivion. Anyway, here we go. Randomize. Oh, an asphalt rally Marramar. Interesting. Here's a good old Segoya config. A lot of his cars are pretty fast, but mostly fairly realistic as far as the performance goes. But still incredibly fast. 40 miles an hour. Very old car. 146. There we go. And about 111 meters. Not great. But if we can land on our tires, we might be able to drive away from this. There we go. I know it's an asphalt rally, but can we make it through the sand? 50 points matter, man. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. 50 extra points. Good little water skip at the end there, but there we go. Dunking into the pool. And randomize. Oh, what is this? What is this? A little tiny D-series. Okay. Oh, why do they have to be so stubby? We do have a ginormous wing on the back, on the top of it, though, which is a little interesting. I kind of like it. Let's see how fast she is, though. Another fall gym here. Oh, yeah. I feel like this thing would be very, very top-heavy, unfortunately. 130, 40. Still climbing. There goes the engine. 160 miles an hour. Nice. Good launch. And right around the 200 mark. Looks maybe 198 meters or so, give or take. Can we land this, though? Wow, what a smooth landing. I think one of our tires kind of snapped a little bit there. We have a lot of speed. We need to slow down. There we go. And a perfect dismount into a front flip into the deep into the pool. That is a nice, cool 50 extra points for, I didn't actually see what this thing was called. I'm just going to call it another Stubby T-series. Does that work? What kind of weird, horrible Frankenstein terror are we seeing next? Here we go. Randomize. Oh, SBR Street Tune. I think this is just a car built into the game. Beautiful. Let's go into Sport Plus mode. Why not? Listen to this thing. I love it. Oh, this thing's quick. Wow. Okay. I feel like this one's just going to absolutely soar. 200 miles an hour. There we go. What a launch. 300, 400, 445 meters. Beautiful. And we're still somewhat controllable. I need to slow down. Perfection. Perfection. There's an easy 50 points on top of an already great run, man. I really hope this is the next car to be remastered. It deserves it, man. One of my favorite cars in the game, and it feels so outdated now. Although, I think this is a fairly new kind of config for this thing. It looks pretty clean, gotta say. I like the pinstripes. You don't see those very often anymore. Anyway, we'll do 3 more today, so let's hit that randomize. Another Marramar street race. Okay, this one has NOS, though. Maybe it's a lot faster than it looks, because it looks like an old Japanese grandpa car. But here we go. Sounds pretty good. 130, 40? Can we hit 50? 150, there we go. Engine hasn't exploded. 152. And a fairly predictable result here. About 155 meters. Pretty soft landing, though. There we go. Beautiful. In great condition. Engine has exploded, though, unfortunately. We are coming in hot. Uh-oh. Okay. The wheel saved us on that one. I thought we were going to bounce out that time, but no. 50 extra points at, car's a little bit bent out of shape. See this kind of horseshoe? Not usually great for the car, but great for the extra 50 points. All right, and randomize. Whoa! Stambecco fast. How fast? What does that mean? How fast is it, huh? What is that noise coming out of this thing? Okay. It is pretty quick for, a Stambecco. Again, not the most aerodynamic vehicle. But it's getting up there. 140 miles an hour easily. 143. Oh, okay. We're kind of topping out at about $140. But there you go. Pretty quick for a Stambecco. And it looks like we're going to land about 125. Are we going to get a bad bounce here, though? Kind of hard to tell. Oh, it corrected it. Oh, wait. Get back on those tires. Beautiful. That kind of looked like it, broke the laws of physics a little bit, but we're not going to question it. There's 50 extra points for you. Easy little kiss at the end of the pool. Nicely done, Stambecco. Is that the first one we've seen in this series? I feel like we didn't get one last time. I don't know. All right. Last one of the day. Please give us something special. Randomize. Wydra Race Edition? Ha! You've got to be kidding me. This is the big finale. Okay, at least it's a race edition, and at least it can float on the top of the pool if we even make it to the pool. Whoa, this is actually kind of quick for what it is. That engine's gonna explode. Oh, yep. Oh my god. Are we even gonna make it to the end? Hold on. Let's try that again. I might have to put this in neutral. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now because it just is completely uncontrollable once you get to the end here. So this is gonna be all momentum on the way down, unfortunately. There we go. What a stupid vehicle. Why can't I steer it? Okay, maybe it won't matter. Oh, no. 110. We're over 100 miles an hour. I can't believe it. 50. Okay, 60 meters. Can we make it to the pool? Come on, baby. I believe in you. We lost this. Oh, my goodness. What a terrible vehicle. I mean, we do have a good amount of speed here. I don't think it's going to bring us quite where we want it to, though, unfortunately. Oh, man. It tried, though. It tried. How unfortunate. I do like the colors, though. Anyway, it's time for the results. So I will meet you down at the winner's circle, and let's crown a champ. So here it is, everybody. The winner of episode 2 and the new overall leader on our chart here, the DT40L plane. Again, I don't see any wings on this thing, so I don't know why it's called the plane. Maybe because it absolutely soars. That's why. So it's very clear the new meta is if you have a JATO rocket, you have a pretty good chance of going the farthest. The top 2 on our chart now are both JATO monsters. But I still think the Jado isn't an automatic win. I still think that if you hit the end of that ramp with the Jado and your car isn't built for it, you're just going to be somersaulting backwards. But this one did not. Who would have thought a city bus going 750 meters? Absolutely insane. Yeah, guys, again, if you want to check out the chart for yourself, I'll have it linked down below. It's kind of funny. We had some of the worst competitors today as well as some of the best, like the Wydra race, 60 meters. Come on now. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure that like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And you know what, guys? I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.